Hey, how you doing? Joe White here, and look at that. Thing just shut off on me there. Joe White here, and just want to show you how we sit down with you and design a kitchen. And so the first thing we're going to talk about is, of course, we went over the part about measurements and everything. And so the biggest thing is coming in with good measurements, because what we're going to do is take and we're going to set a wall inside here, and let's see, we'll have to turn it maybe. And so I just kind of grab this and do that deal there. And then I'm going to set the wall sizes. And so I'll go to the length of the wall, and let's say I'm going to set this at 126. Text message from my wife there. Okay. And then I'm going to set the height of the wall here, which usually is 96, I would say. And then I'm going to set the top alignment. So if we're going to go with 36-inch tall cabinets, so you're going to either, the choices for heights on cabinets are 30, 36, and 42 as far as the heights. So if we're going to go with a 36-inch tall cabinet, on the wall cabinets, you start those off at 54 inches off of the ground, which is 18 inches above the countertop. And so if we're going to go with a 36-inch tall, I want to do a 90-inch top alignment. That'll get the top of the cabinets to 96 inches. On this wall, I'll set this wall at 120, and then top align 90. Okay, and I'll click apply. All right, so now we're going to put a window in, and so a big one, again, one of the big measurements that that is critical on getting the cabinet sizes correct is the where the window is placed on a wall. Sometimes this happens to me, so that should lay right inside there. Let's do that again. So you've got windows. Sometimes I have to delete the wall in order to and put it back in there to make it work. Looks like I'm gonna have to do that. So it's just sometimes these things can be funny. And I remember one time someone asked Steve Martin what he does to be so funny, and he said that he takes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and puts it under each arm, and that makes him feel funny. I always like that one. Let's see if this window will go in there now. Let's put this back up. Doesn't really matter. I'm making this up as we go, so we'll leave it at 122. Let's try to put that window in there again. Airplane going over. I don't know if you can hear that. There you go. All right, now what I'm going to do is make the window, I right click on it, and then I go attributes, and I tell the program what size I want the window to be width-wise, and usually we're looking at a 36-inch window, right in there within an inch or two, so I'll throw that in. And then a critical measurement is when you come in, you want to have this full measurement here, but then you want to also have this measurement right here, the window measurement, and this measurement, and you want those to all add up to be the same number. All right, so when I take this, I'll go drag, and I want the window to start 36 inches from the, no, let's do it 30, we'll do it 36 inches just to make it easy. And so I'm going to go over here, right over on this side, and I go wall right, 36, enter. Okay, so now we've got 36, 36, and 54 and a quarter that add up to 122 and a quarter. All right, so on this wall, I'm going to put a wall at the, let me do that again. Delete this one. And I'm going to take this and put this wall here, like this. And then I will, on this side, I'm going to leave this one open like maybe it extends past here, so we might have a little wiggle room on this wall here. I'm going to put the sink here. So I generally will start off with either the Lazy Susan or the sink, and let's go with the Lazy Susan. So in the Lazy Susan, our Lazy Susans have a turnstile in the middle that do not have the post in the center. It's a wooden platform inside that spins on a shelf, and it's no post, so the spinning part is underneath the actual Lazy Susan top, if you will, and that's got a little ball bearing platform that it sits on, and so it doesn't have that bar that gets in the way. And so we're going to go in here next and put a sink base in. Now the Lazy Susan is 36 inches, so our Lazy Susans are 36 by 36. Some of them actually, we do have some 33-inch Lazy Susans in. I would say the negative part about a 33 Lazy Susan is you're going to take 3 inches off here, 3 inches off here. So now you've got 9 inches here and 9 inches here, opposed to 12 inches and 12 inches. So it's a little harder to get into, but you only use those generally as a last resort if this isn't fitting to keep the window centered. Now, if this window was moved over here, okay, let's say we had or even let's say it was a little bit to the right here, we might use a 33-inch sink base. Generally sinks fit in 32-inch cabinets. So but then we're going to take and put the dishwasher to the left here. All right, and then that leaves us with a total of 26¼ inches left. So our cabinets start at 9 inches wide and go up every 3 inches. So we're going to have enough room for a base, base 24. Oops. Get back into, I'm supposed to be in sample F here. It's going to get us into a base 24. And we'll put that right in there. Now, because we have this base 24, and stuck it in there sideways, so I'm going to move that out. Click on it, spin it, and then drop it back in there. So because we have this Lazy Susan, that we're going to have a filler that's going to need to go in here. So we have, looks like 2¼ inches that we're going to need to fill. And so what we do is we use a filler. Our fillers are either 3 or 6 inches wide, and then your contractor or installer would rip them down to fit in the in the proper space. So if I go, it's a 3-inch filler, I'm going to change this to 2.25. I'll spin this way, and then I'll slide it in here. All right, so we slide that in there. Now we're going to need a stove on this wall here, obviously, and a refrigerator. So is 120 inches. Let's see if let's try to put our refrigerator in there. I heard a good one today that I thought was kind of cool, because I always seem to have a lot of stuff going on, but between making videos and doing everything else, coaching soccer, I have to leave. It's 5:25 right now. I've got to be at soccer practice at 7. And but I heard a good one, and it said, it went like it said since when is the answer to not enough time more to do? Since when is more to do since when is more to do the answer to not enough time? I thought that was a good one. Yeah, unfortunately, talking to a computer is not quite as. Let me go back to my. Oh, that's all right. I'm trying to put an appliance in here. Range, gas range. Generally, gas ranges are 30 inches wide. Any kind of range is 30 inches wide. Rarely do I run into a 36, but on some bigger kitchens, if you're going to do a big cooktop or something like that. The dishwashers are always 24. Refrigerators are 30. 33 or 36. 95% of the 90% of the time we're dealing with a 36. And so right now, if I move that all the way over there, it's going to give me 18 inches of space left here, and which means that I'm going to actually move, I'm just going to make this wall longer just so I can do one thing that I can show you a little bit easier if I have a little bit more room. So if I go here, I go with a 9 and a 18 possibly. What's that? 11.7. So let's put a 9-inch base cabinet in here. Right, so that's like a full door height base cabinet, or one with a small drawer on the top. And then let's do an 18-inch cabinet, base 18, and let's do that with drawers. 3-drawer base and 18. So let's do that. Now, if we end up over here, let's say we've got, on this here, we've got a little bit of a, let's say that wall was like that, and then this was a wall on this side that we, let's do that again. All right. So say this is a wall on this side that, and we had that 1.5-inch space over there. Now, one of the things we do with refrigerators is we do refrigerator panels. So that's that panel that's 1.5 inches wide, and it fits right in this, in a little slit. It takes up 1.5 inches on that side, and that works nicely to finish off that refrigerator and kind of hide the side of that refrigerator a little bit. And those are, okay, so I'm going to take that. So this little pink dot, anywhere I've got that little pink dot, it gives me, that means that's the back of the cabinets. And so I'm going to stick this in here. All right, and then we'll move that over. So that's our base cabinets. Now we're going to get to the wall cabinets. And we were going to go with the 36-inch tall. I usually, again, start in the corner of the cabinets. Now in the corners, you know, like I said, in a Lazy Susan, you can do a Lazy Susan or a blind cabinet. And let me just show you real quick what the blind cabinets look like. Go back to base corners, and let's see. Blind base. Okay, so this is the corner that goes in there, that into the corner. So if this was going in here, it would go right in here in this section. And we really only use those blind cabinets if we have to. So if we look at the attributes of this cabinet, see it's basically would have another cabinet that came up to it. There's 2 different size blind cabinets as well. So that's just to give you a heads up on that, if that's a possibility of needing to use something like that in your kitchen. So as we go back up here, I'm going to go back, let me take this one off of here, cut, and we're going to go up here and go to the wall corners. And so we've got blinds or we have diagonals, and I try to use a wall diagonal because it is a nice deep cabinet. All right, so you know, sometimes you get these bigger plates that you can't put in a wall cabinet, and this gives you a deeper cabinet that you have some deeper, and this is a nice one to put glass on. So if we wanted to go in here and add glass doors, put a glass door on it, click OK. Now when we look at this, should have a glass door on it. Yep, look at that. So it looks like I've got a couple of different colors of cabinets in here, but I'm using my computer, which the microphone is not, I've got another computer that I do design on, and my microphone's not working on that computer for some reason, so I'm using a different program. I mean, I'm using the same program, but different set of cabinets, kind of the cabinets that come with the design program, so it's not our normal one. So if I run into little hiccups like that, you'll know why. But I think it'll definitely get the point across here of what we're trying to accomplish. So here we've got 36 inches to this window, so we're going to put and that wall cabinet, corner cabinet, is 24 inches out, so we're going to go with a 36-inch high wall cabinet and 12 inches wide, and the R means that it's hinged right. Now all of our cabinets come hinged right. What happens is at the time of either when we build them or when they're installed, you can switch them by just flipping the cabinet over, or by just taking 2 screws out where the door is and flipping it over to the other side. So as we go around here to the left, we usually don't do cabinets above the window, but as we go along to the left, we got 2 24s and a 2 1/4 inch filler. So I'm going to go and grab my other calculator. I'm still here. I'm just over 10 feet away here. And so I'm going to go, we've got 50 1/4 inches minus a 36, give us 14. So I might do a 21 and a 27. I think I'm going to do 2 24-inch cabinets here. Makes sense, and then a filler. So on this, I want it hinged. Actually, that's not the right one. Because 24, as you get to a 24-inch cabinet, there's 2 doors on a 24-inch cabinet. So everything up to 24 is going to be 2 doors, and anything below 21 or below is going to be a single door. All right, so we got that in there. We got a filler over there. Let's throw that filler in. Of course, the fillers are not being cooperative today, so I have to, usually I can just click on it and it'll resize it to that size, but let's see, looks like I'm going to have to do this. Go in and go 2.25, and we'll slide that in there like that. Perfect. All right, so over on the right then, we've got the base cabinets are 24 inches deep, and the next, and then this is 12 here, so you got 12 plus 9, and that is 21. So we can go with a 21-inch cabinet there. 36 tall and 21 wide, left hinged. Boom. So we got that in there. And then we're going to go above the stove. We're going to put a cabinet which would hold a microwave. Not hold a microwave, but actually the microwave actually bolts to the bottom of the cabinet. And that's another reason why this plywood construction and everything is so important, because it's pretty sturdy. Very sturdy, actually. So we're going to go back to my wall cabinets, and I'm going to go for an 18-inch tall cabinet. There's 2 different ways you can have your microwave mounted. You can either, the way cabinets generally go, microwaves are usually about 16 to 17 inches tall, and so if you go with an 18-inch tall cabinet, it's going to be 2 inches above the bottom of the other cabinets. The 2 inches above the bottom of the microwave will be 2 inches above the bottom of this 21-inch cabinet. Or if you go with a 21-inch tall because they're going to top align at 90 here, then it would hang 1 inch below that cabinet. Okay, so this is a, what did I was, I think it's an 18. Yep, 18. And so I'm going to go back in here, put an 18-inch 36 tall wall cabinet, 36, 18, hinged right. So I'm showing the hinges the right way in the program here. Now the big thing I like to do, I like to put the full depth, especially if we have a side wall like over this fridge, next to this fridge on one side of it. I like to put a full depth cabinet there because it does give you a lot of storage space up there. And this is going to be a wall cabinet. It's going to be 18 inches tall, and it's going to be, actually they probably have it under refrigerator cabinet. Let's see. Yeah, refrigerator wall. That means it's going to be built out to the depth of a base cabinet, which is 24 inches deep. Now, so if you're doing like a pantry, okay, or a couple of pantries, this definitely you'd want to make this 24 inches deep, because if you had a pantry here, that's going to be 24 deep, and a pantry on this side, that would be 24 inches deep. And then you don't want a refrigerator with a 12-inch deep cabinet above it. So you can either we can build them out here, or they will come that way from the actual factory. Now, so what we're going to do is put in the top molding. We're almost done here. Oops, let's see. Top molding, sample F. There we go. Come on. It's countertops, sorry. Sample F, top molding. All right, so we'll put some crown on there. And then we'll put some crown on this one. And evidently we've got something going on here because it didn't go all the way around, so let's do that. I'm going to take a peek at it. Okay, looks like these cabinets are the wrong height on the wall, so let's look at what these are. Up, down, those are 48, so that's going to go to 54. Down, 54. Take this crown off, 54. And 54, up, down. Come on, guys. Come on, focus. All right. And might as well just do this filler too. Up, down. Come on, filler. 54, it's already in there at that. All right. So let's throw the crown on there now. And I'm going to do it on the wrong thing. Let's go back. Again, this is one of the quirky things that this doesn't happen on our program, but being that I'm kind of using someone else's, that is, so let's start it. Oh, come on. All right, throw the crown on there. And do it again. Right, and that runs around to there. This is evidently got something going on with it. Let's go up, down. Should be 72. And this is attributes 90, should be 90 tall, and it is 85. So we're going to go 90. And this is 1.5. Oops, leave it where it was. Okay, good. Evidently that's not a refrigerator panel that I put on there from, it looks like a false door or something, but you get the idea here. Let's go back, put the top moldings on. All right. Cool. All right, so that's, might as well just throw a sink in there. Oh, that's a shower. Let's go to the sink, the kitchen sink. Let's go with a 33-inch 2-tub. Throw a faucet in there. Click OK. Drop it in there. Then let's put some countertops on there real quick. And again, it's only going to go to the stove. And then there. So it's going to do the other side as well. Let's take a peek at it. I'm sure it's going to be all different colors. I'm afraid to show you. Not terrible. All right, so I don't know where these got in there from those other colors, but you get an idea of, what we can do when we're looking at your kitchen and trying to design it. Now, hopefully, that will give you a better idea of what to look for in the measurement section. So, like I said, the critical measurements: this whole wall, then this section to the window, the size of the window, and this side, and then making sure those add up. Then this whole wall. And so we're not measuring the cabinets, but then also, we're measuring the wall space. But I do want to know like where the stove starts now, especially if it's gas. And also, if you take a couple of photos, even if it's with a cell phone, before you come in, that will really help a lot in the design process and for me to understand what you're working with. All right, thanks. Hope that helps, and we'll talk with you soon. Bye-bye.